Hello, and thank you for being part of Microsoft Ignite. It is a pleasure to connect with so many of you across the globe. And who would have thought back in February and March we would still be doing digital events in September, but here we are. But as I think back to the early days of the crisis, few of us knew what to expect. Virtual events were just one of the many unknowns. But if COVID-19 in the last 9 months have taught us anything, it's this. Our ability as a society to build resilience and adapt to those unknowns is fundamental to our continued success. So the question on all of our minds is how? How do you develop that resilience? For businesses, capabilities like online commerce, curbside delivery, supply chain automation, remote sales and service are all critical for an organization to build resilience. And those capabilities are needed now. The urgency of this moment underscores how important it is for every technology professional to have the right tools at their disposal to deliver these capabilities. And that's why we are so proud of what we have built across the Microsoft Cloud. With the integrated solutions of Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, Azure, and the Power Platform, you have a trusted, extensible cloud that's fast to deploy, with built-in security and privacy. With the Microsoft Cloud, we can support our IT and developer community, all of you, to meet the demands of today and build a strong foundation for the future. And Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform play a very specific role in that. Because when we talk about capabilities that are needed for a resilient organization, that comes to fruition at the application layer. But each business function is different, and your role is to develop tailored capabilities for each. That is why with Dynamics 365, we tore down the traditional silos of CRM and ERP, and we created a modular set of applications that serve every line of business: marketing, sales, service, finance, operations, and more. Each application is individually adoptable and directly relevant to the challenge ahead of you, with no more monolithic suites. And Dynamics 365 is built on a common data foundation, which means by harnessing data from across your organization, you can quickly bring together disparate data silos without expensive ETL to get a complete view of your operations across all functions. And this enables your business leaders not only to have the capabilities like online commerce or remote sales that I talked about, but more importantly, it provides them with agility. Then, with the Power Platform, you can build on that common data foundation to quickly adapt to new opportunities. The Power Platform gives you the ability to analyze business data, act on that data with custom applications and virtual agents, and automate workflows to save time and manual effort. BNY Mellon is a great organization that's partnering with Microsoft to build a responsive customer engagement platform. Their goal was to integrate all their disparate investment data, along with their sales and service data, into a unified view for their relationship managers, ultimately enabling faster customer service and more actionable insights. So to do this, they chose Dynamics 365 over competitors like Salesforce. And with sales and service now running on the same platform, their data seamlessly integrated, they can get a 360-degree view of their customers. And with the Power Platform, they can build custom automated workflows to reduce manual overhead. With these solutions, BNY Mellon IT teams can build seamless customer journeys, empower the line of business employees, and maintain security and privacy. And that is our goal, to make sure every IT organization can deliver value quickly. And in addition to having to be able to do that without ripping out core systems. I wanted to highlight an example of delivering fast time to value and augmenting core systems: Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz USA is using HoloLens 2 and Dynamics 365 Remote Assist to enable remote vehicle maintenance at nearly 400 dealerships across the United States. With out-of-the-box capabilities of Dynamics 365, they were able to take a pilot that was focused on activating remote service that began before COVID-19 into full production in just a matter of months. And that's when it became mission critical. Andrew Saunders, the IT project leader for Mercedes-Benz, is overseeing the rollout, and he saw the potential for these remote solutions to not only help Mercedes-Benz deal with a crisis, but also have a longer-term impact, giving customers different ways to communicate with technicians. If a customer simply has access to their phone, a technician can show them exactly what's going on in the garage, whether they're at home or in the dealership's waiting room. And the key point is that they were able to implement this innovation quickly, all on top of their existing systems without needing to overhaul their core infrastructure. With Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, we believe we can help customers create value faster, break down data barriers, and adapt to new opportunities quickly. So for the rest of our time together, we're going to focus on a few key segments of the Dynamics 365 portfolio. First, we'll show you how you can build connected customer service experience across all channels. Second, we'll show you how you can build resilience into your supply chain at enterprise scale. And third, we'll take a look at the road ahead for Dynamics 365. So let's get started with the customer experience. Customer experience is one of the most important factors determining your organization's success. A good experience leads to recommendations and increased conversion, while a poor experience, no matter how small, leads customers to stop buying from you altogether, or worse, recommending others avoid you. And these customer interactions are happening everywhere. Chat, text, voice, video. Customers are engaging with your organization across so many different channels, and your first line of defense is your customer service representative. So the solutions you deploy need to help them provide quality support no matter how a customer reaches out. Let's take a look at how Dynamics 365 Customer Service provides you with the tools to deliver this capability. Deanna, take it away.
We all know the amount of tooling required to deploy and maintain engagement with customers is vast. Custom integrations into your legacy systems are challenging to build, difficult to support, and could increase the chance of inconsistent experiences. To enable consistency, virtual agents are quickly becoming a first line of defense to support your service organizations, especially in today's increasingly distributed environment. Power Virtual Agents work with Common Data Service, or CDS, to harness data from these cross-channel interactions. Since Dynamics 365 also uses CDS, you can quickly bring together new and historical customer support data from your entire application portfolio. Another challenge many service organizations face is your voice calls have been disconnected from core business data. This is no longer the case. I'm excited to announce Dynamics 365 together with Azure Communication Services as Microsoft's new first-party voice channel. This will integrate directly with customer service omnichannel capabilities. This means as soon as you enable voice, your configured workflows, productivity tools, and world-class AI can be immediately leveraged across your new voice channel.
Deanna, let me jump in for a minute, because this is an exciting announcement for us this week. Roughly 80% of all customer service interactions are through voice. But what the challenge for IT professionals has been is integrating voice capabilities into their customer service platform. We've now removed that barrier. Dynamics 365 Customer Service will now include first-party voice channel support powered by Azure Communication Services. So you will be able to consistently manage the solution with one setup and administrative experience, and all of your support interactions, including voice, will adhere to a standard data model for simple integration. So contrast that to AWS and Salesforce. Microsoft offers an end-to-end omnichannel solution backed by the world's most trusted cloud, which can be deployed in just a few steps, as you're seeing Deanna demonstrate. No other vendor can deliver that. Let's go back to the demo.
Back to the virtual agent from a minute ago. You can use the same virtual agent you've deployed for digital channels as the conversational IVR for your voice channel. With no code changes required, you have seamless voice escalation to agent service when needed. When conversations are passed to a live agent, real-time transcription appears directly in the agent interface, helping the agent while also bringing that voice data, including telemetry and sentiment, into the Common Data Service. The AI and Smart Assist can listen to conversations and proactively offer recommendations, including knowledge articles and similar cases. These AI capabilities are out of the box and come with pre-trained models by Microsoft, meaning with our pre-configured reinforced training loop, you no longer need to assemble, model, or train your own set of AI capabilities. Typically, bringing voice solutions to your service organization is challenging, but you can make your first phone call in a matter of minutes. Follow along the first run experience. With the new voice channel enabled, pick Try Voice button. This kicks off an automatic process to get a trial phone number, sets up a work stream and cues for you, and like the other digital channels. In just a few minutes, you have a phone number that you can start receiving calls on within Dynamics 365. Just a few clicks, no integration needed. I've shown you how to activate voice and to set up PVA across all channels. And as you just saw for the first time, within 5 minutes, we have set up a phone number, IVR, agent desktop, routing, and made a test call, all on the same platform. Generally, when systems collect data across multiple channels, they are stored across different databases with different schemas. So how can you report on the effectiveness of your service organization? Do you know which channels have the highest CSAT and understand why? Customer Service Insights provides integrated analytics within Dynamics 365 Customer Service to give users actionable information in a familiar context, while ensuring all channels, including voice, are represented. Let me show you how this enables a true view of your operations backed by the world's most secure cloud. AI-powered features, such as topic clustering, are included alongside core business metrics to identify critical trends and easily understand the impact. Once enabled, the reports automatically aggregate related data from multiple CDS entities. With the stored digital call transcripts and call recordings in CDS, the natural language understanding model can then recognize the semantic meaning of cases, even if they do not use the same words to describe the problem. Today, I've shown you how you can leverage the power of the Dynamics 365 portfolio. We saw how Dynamics 365 and Power Virtual Agents enable consistency across channels. I showed how easy it is to set up Microsoft's new voice channel in a familiar context and leverage the same bot across your new channel. And I shared the value of the only one vendor native voice channel with Dynamics 365 Customer Service, collecting data across cases, customers, digital and voice interactions to generate a complete view of your service organization. Only Microsoft can provide this kind of seamless setup, simple maintenance, and end-to-end data visibility and security.
Thank you, Deanna. What you saw here with first-party voice with Dynamics 365 Customer Service is now available in private preview. In fact, we'll be using Dynamics 365 Customer Service omni-channel capabilities, including voice, to power Microsoft's own customer service and support operations, so that we have a complete view of our customer engagements. But that end-to-end visibility is equally important when it comes to connecting back-office operations, such as your commerce or supply chain systems. In fact, in today's world, your supply chain doesn't stop at the warehouse floor. It extends all the way to the curb or the coffee shop or the retail store. And you need the data to make smart decisions at every stage, especially as conditions around the world change so rapidly. With Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management, we're helping you build an agile, connected, and resilient supply chain to meet the needs of today and tomorrow. So let's take a look at how we make this possible. Kevin?
Thanks, Alysa. We're going to see how Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management enables business continuity with cloud and edge scale units. We'll explore how inventory visibility can enable workers through production execution and how data can be quickly utilized through the Common Data Service. And we'll do all this through the lens of a customer. Lippert Components is a world leader in manufacturing with over 70 sites globally. With so many sites, they need to avoid any disruption. For example, as the CIO, I can look for insights into identifying bottlenecks early, sourcing suggestions that can improve capacity and remove business delays. And with the scope to focus in on a site, I can gain insights around network traffic or timeouts, which leads to an overview across the whole infrastructure from the Florence plant in Italy to Pendleton in Oregon. And when a workload or indeed an employee experiences delays, this can impact productivity and disrupt customer order fulfillments. For example, a bottleneck is being indicated for processing of data from the Florence plant to the warehouse in Oregon. So as the CIO, I could simulate the improvements in one of two ways. Firstly, I could evaluate a regional scale unit to ensure dedicated processing of work operations without any influence from other operations within my supply chain. We then define which workload instance, such as warehouse or manufacturing, and the context of which legal entity, and then assign the workload to a spoke in our infrastructure. I can see the infrastructure has changed by the addition of scale units and potentially the impact on network latency and traffic load, with the bottleneck gone. I could also evaluate an edge scale unit running directly in the facility. This guarantees maximum availability, redundancy, and shields production. In both scenarios, I can simulate and improve resiliency and shield facilities from downtimes, overloads, and temporary communication disconnects. And I've kept data synchronizing globally, especially important for aspects like distributed order management and order customer fulfillments.
Kevin, let's pause for just a minute and talk about these new edge capabilities. Building resilience within your supply chain involves a lot of factors, and our new edge capability helps address one of the biggest ones. In remote or distributed facilities, you're often dealing with network latency or poor connectivity due to high traffic or significant distance from your data center. But you still need to ensure your technology supports 24/7 operations of critical warehousing and manufacturing workloads. That's why we're excited to enable these out-of-the-box edge solutions. The plug-and-play experience delivers seamless scalability during usage spikes to ensure high throughput. As Kevin shows, the cloud and edge scale units can help you keep operations running smoothly no matter where you're located. Back to you, Kevin.
Having improved resiliency, we can drill down to a local machine operator at a plant through the lens of the new production floor execution user experience, who, without disruption, can monitor the local machine IoT telemetry. Earlier, Deanna shared how data can come together into the common data service. Lippert Components has a vision of moving away from disparate data solutions. So keeping continuity of data is going to be key. Dynamics 365 supply chain management enables through virtual entities data with the CDS, which in turn enables services such as inventory visibility to use data in the CDS as a source to report upon. For example, the operator can identify what is on-hand inventory of some materials. And inventory visibility is a service delivering enhanced insight with hyperscalability, which this is just one use case. Other examples could be sharing on-hand inventory with key suppliers and customers to enhance demand forecasting through RESTful APIs. And if we switch to the CDS and the Power Platform, we can explore the corresponding entities, which is enabling consultants to explore, utilize, and start to create solutions, especially with capabilities such as data flows, connectors, chatbots, or ways of starting to deliver actionable insights through the AI Builder. Here, in my case, as an example, I'm sharing a maintenance asset record from supply chain management. I can start to see the fields, the relationships, business rules, and if appropriate, I can drill through to the data as well. I'm automatically leveraging inbuilt governance and security, and this helps the productivity of consultants develop solutions efficiently, especially with the use of pre-built templates, such as the customer portal template. Enabling solutions in this way can provide a quick way to open up new channels for customers, suppliers, and employees. And as we can see, the template provides a baseline structure, which a consultant can brand and expand upon. So, with the data in the CDS, combined with providing a cloud and edge-based infrastructure, can help customers like Lippert Components innovate on top of a resilient supply chain solution. Thank you. Back to Alysa.
Thank you, Kevin. These new add-ins coming to Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management are already being used by organizations like Monogram Foods as well as Lippert Components. In addition, the new inventory visibility add-in enables large volume retailers and manufacturers to handle millions of transactions every minute and determine cross-channel inventory accurately in real time. Organizations like Starbucks are using the capability to easily scale to fulfill orders from multiple channels on time, mitigate stockouts and overstocking, with seamless integration into third-party systems. So to recap all of this, we have covered how you can build an agile, resilient, adaptable organization, not only across customer service and supply chain, but across every line of business. But before we close, I do want to check in with Mohammed Alam, who leads our Dynamics 365 engineering team, to hear a little bit more about how we're investing across the entire product portfolio. Mohammed?
Thank you, Alysa. I'm really excited and proud of the work that the team's doing in bringing voice capabilities natively to Dynamics 365 customer service, as well as the cloud and edge work to help bring supply chain resiliency to our customers. In today's environments, we're seeing tremendous disruption and innovation in the world of services, whether it's customer service support or project-based services. And to help these services-focused organizations be more agile and be more innovative, we're excited to announce the general availability of Dynamics 365 project operations. Project operations brings together the deep capabilities we have in our existing Dynamics 365 project service automation application, Microsoft Project for Web, and the deep project accounting capabilities we have in Dynamics 365 for Finance into one seamlessly integrated offering. It provides organizations everything they need to manage their projects end-to-end from quote to cash in one single application. Beyond these, we have a ton of amazing work being released in our Wave 2 update for Dynamics 365, which is all now in preview and will be generally available starting in October. However, we know it's not just always about new features and capabilities. We need to continuously invest in the fundamentals of our applications, fundamentals being usability, automation, and performance. And from an engineering perspective, we continue to make significant investments in these areas based largely on the feedback we get from this community at large, as well as literally directly from our end users based on the in-product satisfaction surveys. And as part of our Wave 2 update, we are bringing significant usability enhancements across these applications. A few that I want to call out include the significant usability enhancements we've made in Dynamics 365 Sales, including a brand new mobile experience. We've brought in a new WYSIWYG experience, what you see is what you get experience for managing and editing content in Dynamics 365 Commerce, as well as the new Teams experience for managing leaves and absences from Teams in Dynamics 365 Human Resources. Besides usability, from an automation standpoint, we've made tremendous investments in vendor invoice management, as well as bringing automation to credit management in Dynamics 365 Finance. Again, these are just some of the investments landing in our October update. For more details, you can look at our release plan for Wave 2. Alysa, with this, I'll hand it back to you.
Thanks, Mohammed. In addition to everything we have shown you across the solution portfolio, we also know it's critical to build your individual skills to keep up with the pace of change. You can start next week with the free Business Applications Launch event and learn more about the Wave 2 release Mohammed mentioned. And then with Microsoft Learn, you can design your own ongoing learning path or just find the module you need to solve the challenge in front of you. So whether you're developing a resilient capability for your organization, building agility to adapt to new challenges and opportunities, or adding value with something entirely new, with Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform, you have the tools you need to meet the urgency of the moment. We're looking forward to partnering with you on that journey. Thank you very much.